In my opinion, trying to explain my introversion to extroverts is like explaining the many unseen colors of my soul to someone who is colorblind. I like to go out, but I'd rather stay in since solitude is the antidote for the social exhaustion I often experience. You're so quiet. Thanks, Captain Obvious. You see, I've got lots to discuss, but my mind moves faster than my lips. And by the time the thought is ready to escape, I've already told myself a few times to think of something better to say. I'm careful with my selection of words, and I do speak. I just selectively socialize. It's just that the majority of the time, everyone is too busy talking to listen. But being so quiet is like having a heightened sixth sense. If I'm not talking, it's because I'm usually talking in my head. Sometimes about nothing, mostly about the universe and its creation, how each and every one of us are made from stardust, how a star dies but its supernova shines so bright, how there are no coincidences, how every day, hour, minute, or second has a purpose. But you're so focused on everyday small talk and gossip. I'd rather contribute and converse when the topic isn't so shallow. Now, I wouldn't call myself complicated. My mind is rather too complex for this generation. My introversion is not a disease or type of social anxiety. I can be alone, but not lonely. And you might hear me, but my mind speaks louder than I'll ever be. I'm not antisocial. I just like to observe the audience before I'm ready to speak. And if I let you into my world, know that I'm worth more than a mundane relationship, because the depth of my soul runs too deep. All right, this one is called Pause.
Pause.
I sit and watch the raindrops slowly trickle down the windshield. I'm 44 miles to E, running the heat, but nothing compares to the peace I find in the small things I never take the time to see. Like how at night the streetlights seem to hit all the perfect angles of the rain as it glistens. I never realized it had a sparkle. Maybe because I was too worried about getting wet. I've always been fond of the effect the slow pitter-patter had on me, calming like a lullaby that put my soul at ease. Maybe that's why people aren't as happy as they want to be. They're so caught up in the monotony of life, they never take time to appreciate the little things. I've always yearned for someone to make me feel this way. How the snow falls slowly, then dances as it melts down to its final form. It almost compares to what love with myself would look like if it were personified. How you slowly fall out of who you thought you once were into who you've been the whole time. To me, facades are only meant to keep the bad away, but we wear bad so good we push the good away. Just like how a snowflake has many shapes and designs, appealing to the eye, but with the right warmth applied, it is no longer a solid, but free-flowing in its true form.